All right, well, just about time to get underway. Welcome to the broadcast, everybody. Dylan Ward alongside Sam Schwartz. This evening, as the puck falls, we are underway from Mount Prospect Ice Arena, northern suburb of Chicago, in this Boston versus Ontario matchup. Ontario's entering the zone right now, centering pass that just goes through the slot. Pro Hockey, 2-1 in this tournament. Boston 1-2. So Boston looking to get to 500. Pro Hockey looking to get 2 games above that mark here in the group stage. Here's a centering pass right in front. Quick shot and a great save. Camden Bibber in there for Boston. And it easily could have been 1-0 to Pro Hockey early, but an incredible save. 14:17 to go in the first, 15-minute periods here at this Continental Clash tournament. Back underway, the shot right off the face-off goes wide of the net.
We saw Pro Hockey earlier today with a very convincing, I believe it was an 8-0 win over the Western Selects. It was actually a very competitive first period, but things just got out of hand in the second period, and it only took 1 minute in the third period to make it 5-0 in a running clock.
You know, Sam, you bring up a good point. I have in my notes right here, it was 0-0 after the first period, then 8-0 the final score. Unbelievable.
I would say it was 1-0 through one.
Well, maybe I'll have to check on that. Either way, 0-0 here early in the first. Here's a centering pass. This one just gets tipped wide of the net. And the net comes off its post. That'll stop the clock and play. You know, we've got the Pro Hockey with the Toronto Maple Leafs style logo. Got Boston Hockey Club. Definitely you could tell that jersey's inspired by the Bruins. Obviously, Bruins and Maple Leafs, big rivalry in the National Hockey League. Almost kind of feels like we're getting a taste of it right here.
Don't even get me started with the Maple Leafs and the playoffs. At least they got one this year, the one series.
Hey.
Everyone was cheering for him. I know I was.
Well, I mean, and a playoff victory, even if it's just one round, if you're beating the Lightning, I consider that a win.
Agreed.
Really, don't get me started with Boston in the playoffs, as this one is handled by the goaltender. 12:53 to go in the first period, 0-0 early on here in the Chicagoland area. Face-off will be in the attacking zone for Boston. Keller with the face-off, and it's won by Pro Hockey.
Tip, no icing.
And just for good measure, it'll be covered by the goalie. Maybe a bit of a snow shower there after the whistle, and that draws a little pushing and shoving. 12:45 to go, first period. The North Rink here at Mount Prospect Ice Arena. Boston, the designated away team. Pro Hockey, the designated home team. So they will get the last change throughout the game. And those sweet white, blue, and gold jerseys. Love the Toronto skyline on the bottom of the jersey.
Such a shame. A lot of these jerseys, they have a lot more personality to them than just colors and shapes.
Yeah, right.
Reminds me of those MLB City Connect jerseys. As that becomes a thing.
Do the Red Sox have one of those yet?
That is out of my caliber of knowing.
This one's turned in on net from the neutral zone, counted as a shot on goal. And here comes Pro Hockey out to neutral ice. Jackson Pullard coming over the blue line down the right wing side. Trips up and then gets back up relatively quickly. Now it's Luca Tard. Now here's a shot from the left side circle by Mashinter, and that is stopped. Here's another shot from the point, tipped on its way, save, rebound, they score! Punched into a wide open net after the initial shot was stopped, and it is Pro Hockey taking the first lead of the game. Jacob Van Horzen, we get credit for the goal. He scored in the game this morning. So his second goal of the day and his second game of the day. And an early lead for the White Sweaters. Van Horzen will try for a quick second and just puts that over the crossbar. Now Boston. Dumping this one down. Ryan Sentaski. Below the line, centering pass. Here's a quick shot, and that one gets stopped by the goaltender for Pro Hockey, Wesley Barker. Another shot, this one blocked by a stick. Getting it back, high slot, sending this one low, Steven Sharkey. Out to the neutral zone. Pro Hockey over the line, centering pass, and this one just goes wide of the net. 10:50 to go, period one. 1-0 to Team Canada in this matchup. Centering pass, they're looking for more. This one sitting there in the blue paint, and eventually it pokes free. Will get cleared down. This should be an icing. There's the whistle to stop play with 10:29 to go in the first period. Puck will come back to Boston's end of the ice. Dylan Ward and Sam Schwartz with you for a Continental Clash action. Of course, every matchup here in the preliminary rounds are cross-border matchups. And a nice touch, the national anthem of the winning country gets played. Here comes Boston. Great pass and a quick shot, point blank, and a good save. Tanner Sullivan got rid of that one, and Barker didn't have a lot of time to react, but did his job there. Face-off will be at the left circle. Boston attacking zone. Puck falls, so does the official.
The referee.
And quick to get back up on his feet. Here's Pro Hockey, Sam Douglas. Goes to the far side corner. Now it's Conway. They're going to make something happen. It does come outside the zone. Chasing back after it for Boston is Frankie Bates. It's taken down from behind, and the referee wasted no time there calling a penalty. So we get our first man advantage of this game. It'll belong to the designated home team. Pardon me, the designated visitors.
It's time for a Boston power play.
Two minutes on the clock here, 5-on-4 for the black and gold side. Face-off is won by Pro Hockey. They'll look to clear it. They can't get it outside the zone as it's kept alive, and then finally it does make its way out to neutral ice. Nick Pasquale over the line, left wing side. Now another player taken down. That looked like it could have been a penalty as well, but no call.
2-minute time of the penalty, 5 minutes, 25 seconds of the first period. Pro Hockey penalty. Eto, 2 minutes, hooking at 5:25.
Here comes Keller, dumping this one in. It'll hit the end boards, bounce to the near side corner where it's fought for. Centering play comes up high. Here's a shot, and that's steered away by the goaltender Barker. Pro Hockey over the line now. Looking for something shorthanded. This
I want to say that hit
shot,
the post still in.
Yeah, I think it may have gotten a slight piece of it. I think you're right. Now here comes Boston. Keller looking to get in good position for that puck, but it gets taken away by Pro Hockey. Here comes Tetrault. Centers it. Quick shot got stuffed by a stick of Boston. And so Boston looks to come the other way, stripped away again.
I'm asking myself, who's on the power play here?
Here's Smook. Looking to get it to the left wing side, and this one leaks outside to neutral ice. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Not much to show for it for Boston. And free from the box and joining the play is Luca Tard. And we're back to 5-on-5. A man goes down. No tripping call. I believe that there wasn't a trip there. Here's a quick chance, and this one, Ryan Santaski not able to convert. The other direction comes Ontario. Here's a quick snapshot from the left side circle by Luca Tard, and the goaltender Camden Bibber makes the stop. 1-0 in favor of Pro Hockey. Just under 7 minutes to go. Here's a quick shot from the slot, blocked initially, and then gets sent back up high. This one blocked again. Now the save is made, and the whistle sounds. I don't think that puck was 100% frozen. But we get a stoppage regardless. Left circle face off. And suddenly something happening here for Boston. The centering pass, a stick goes flying, and it's recovered by Pro Hockey. Now through the neutral zone, dumped in. Boston will grab it on a delayed offsides. 6:10 to go in the first period, just getting started here at Mount Prospect Ice Arena. Boston with a takeaway. Here's a shot. Big save made by the goaltender. Rebound comes out to the right circle. This shot deflects and just misses the protective netting, so we keep playing. Winding up and firing, Nick Pasquale. And making the save with a glove, Wesley Barker. 5:47 to go in the first period. 1-0 in favor of Canadian side. Three 15-minute periods. Quick timeout between the first and second. Full-length intermission with the Zamboni between the second and third. Here at this Continental clash. A puck touched by a high stick for Boston, but Pro Hockey will grab it instead. Nice toe drag here. Great pass, and just a little out of the reach. That could have been a great chance. Here's Pro Hockey again. Another nice pass after a nifty move to get around a stick. But Malfara just out of the reach of that. And now a quick shot goes in. And after all that flashiness, it's the innocent shot that finds its way home, and it's 2-0. Just under 5 minutes to go in the first period. Pro Hockey with the advantage here over Boston Hockey Club. And the puck falls. We're back underway in Mount Prospect. Over the line comes Pro Hockey, but they're offsides again. They were looking to make it 3 right there.
Assisted by number 34,
Back underway, entering the zone is Pro Hockey. This shot is stopped, and it'll draw a whistle with 4:33 to go in the first period. Dylan Ward and Sam Schwartz with you. It's the second game of triple header for us on...
Really the 5th of a 6-game day.
Yeah, exactly. In terms of our broadcast setup. It's a long day here in Mount Prospect. 3 rinks here at this facility. This is the North Rink. I believe for the most part, Sam, there's action on every rink at pretty much all day. As this shot almost gets past the glove.
Yeah, so the format, the way it works, you can kind of think of it as 2 halves. There were the 3 game days. 3 rinks have 3 games, and then 2 rinks. I apologize, I screwed that up. 2 rinks have 3 games, and 1 rink has 2 games to make for a 3+3+2 formation.
Here's a quick shot. Stop.
How did that
Rebound.
not go in?
Another save made by Bibber. That was incredible.
So going back, that makes 8 games, 16 teams, they all play. There's that little break, and then they all do it again. So every team of those 16 teams each play 1 game in that first half and 1 in that second, making for 2 games a day.
It's a lot of hockey we were just talking about in our last broadcast, the game prior to this one. I mean, these double headers are not easy on the body, especially when you play, double headers on back-to-back days. You're talking about 6 games in 3 days. I mean, I don't care how young you are. It's not easy to do. You get tired.
Yeah, and we're kind of hypocrites up here because we're not the ones skating. We're just standing here and talking, which is very much easier.
Much.
Seems the clock has been held at 3:01.
That's a good point. Waiting for the first clock. Haven't heard one
Nobody's
yet.
noticed it. It's been like 20 seconds.
Yeah. So we'll keep trucking along.
I want to make that 1-minute announcement.
And now the clock begins to tick.
As I'm also holding PA duties for today, I was considering announcing 1 minute remaining in the period.
Here's a look for Ontario. Breakaway backhand shot is saved. Now the other direction comes Boston. Racing in there to strip the puck away, though. Here's Oliver Tetrault. Over to the net. Quick chance. And that gets stopped by Bibber.
I thought I saw that go in.
So did I. You're not the only one. It will be an attacking zone face-off for Pro Hockey. Van Horzen, this shot from the slot goes off the crossbar and out of play. Some really close chances here in the last couple of minutes for Pro Hockey. 2:25 to go in the first period before we switch ends. This puck falls. And here's a shot attempt by Luke Attard.
Shots on goal for those wondering is 13-8 in favor of Pro. Both teams have had their chances.
Now here's a look for Boston. This shot just gets sent wide. Keller looking to beat the goaltender far side, could not right there. Now a centering pass in the blue paint. It's tipped away, and it'll be sent out to neutral ice. .155 to go in the first period. About 30 to 40 minute drive north of Chicago. Here in Mount Prospect. A couple of East Coast clubs battling right now. And here comes Pro Hockey on another rush. Mashinter with a backhand try that gets saved. Gets his own rebound. Now it'll go below the goal line. Here's Douglas centering it. He was looking for Mashinter right there. Just couldn't connect. Here's a shot attempt that gets through a maze of bodies, but does just tip wide at the very end. And now the other direction will come Boston. Over the line left side, and Curry will take a shot, and that'll be handled by Wesley Barker. 1:10 to go in the first period, 2-0 in favor of Pro Hockey. Again, every game in the preliminary rounds is between a Canadian team and a United States team. And the top two teams from each country, after group play, will advance to the semifinals.
1 minute to play in the first period. 1 minute.
Boston in their own zone. Here's a steal. Pro Hockey's got it down the right wing. Back up high, left circle. This shot by Pollard was blocked, and now the other direction comes Boston. It's Santaski. All he can do is dump it in with 20 seconds to go. Is there a late goal here for either of these sides before the period expires? This one will get sent down to the corner. Now near side. Pro Hockey gets it out to neutral ice. Boston, not much they can do here. Not much they have time for here. There's the buzzer to end period number 1. Pro Hockey 2, Boston 0 after 1. The shots on goal favor Pro Hockey 14-9. Dylan Ward and Sam Schwartz with you for game 2 of our doubleheader, or triple header, I should say. We're also going to get a look at Battery Hockey up against Montreal Elite later on. "15 minutes on the clock here in the second period as we get set to go. Nice crowd for this game. I'm not sure if Sam Schwartz would agree with me when I say that I feel like there are more people in the stands at this game than there were last game.
Definitely agree.
Yeah. And we are just about ready for the face-off. Second period, of course, we switch sides, so it is the period of the long change. which means teams are shooting on the same side as their bench, same half of the ice surface, which allows teams to really tire out other teams, I should say, and force them to come back to make a change. Here's a quick shot, stopped, and on the rebound they score. Only 20 seconds into the second period, and the lead is 3. Nathan Suarez, give credit to him for the third goal. With 14:40 to go in the second. Quick shot right after the blue line goes wide of the cage. Now the puck sitting there, in danger for a moment, but now will be recovered by Pro Hockey. Here they come, Mashinter. It's intercepted and will be sent all the way down.
Assisted by number 44, Dylan Wilburn. Time of the goal, 20 seconds in the second period. Mashinter assisted by Lambert at 20 seconds.
Pardon me, I suppose the goal has been credited to Mashinter. Mashinter, number 34 out there with that Toronto Maple Leaf on the front of the jersey. Keep thinking maybe Austin Matthews made his way onto this roster.
He was all over this ice in the game they played earlier in that 8-0 win.
Yeah. Well, then there you go.
Maybe he is Austin Matthews.
Here's Matthews with the puck. Gets it to Douglas, whose shot is stopped. 13:23 to go in the second period. 3-0 in favor of Pro Hockey. Faceoff will be at the left circle. Pro Hockey attacking zone, looking for more. Of course, we do have the running clock situation if there is a 5-goal lead.
So I was just told that the Mashinter goal was not a Mashinter goal. And I think you had someone else on that goal as well, Dylan.
I believe I did, and I think I had that as Suarez with the goal.
Okay, well then Suarez scored the goal, I guess. And the parent to my right is confirming that.
All right, so
Let's
there
see if
you
he
go.
has an assist to go along with it. Suarez assisted by Attard. So Suarez gets the goal assisted by Attard.
Well, there you have it. They're not done yet.
Pro Hockey third goal. Credit the goal scorer to number 13, Nathan Suarez. The goal was assisted by number 88, Luke Attard. Pro Hockey third goal scored by Suarez, assisted by Attard at 20 seconds of the second period.
And, of course, Sam Schwartz with the correction to the people here at the rink. If you weren't joining us for the first game, you might not realize that Sam Schwartz, my broadcast partner, is on triple duty today. Not only here in the booth with me, also making the PA announcements and DJing. Working a lot harder than me.
I do what I can with the two hands I have.
Well, it's impressive, man. As Pro Hockey
11-0 differential today is also just as impressive, if not more.
This one is caught by Camden Bibber. 2.00 goals against average in this tournament through one start. 3-0 the score at this moment. We hope you're enjoying our broadcast and found it here okay on YouTube.
Remember, it's free, so feel free to send it to friends and family.
Absolutely. Every game of this tournament will be broadcasted right here.
There's 2 other streams going on right now as we speak.
Now here's a 2-on-1 for Boston. Quick shot, and that just goes wide of the net. Steven Sharkey. This goes out to neutral ice as Boston looks to attack again. Over the line comes Pro Hockey, trying to dangle their way through the Boston defense. And they'll get it out to neutral ice. Big collision into the boards there. Getting up quickly, and meanwhile at the net, this one tipped right in front, and a great chance there was stopped.
Thought there might have been a slight chance that one had trickled over the line.
There's a little controversy in our last game.
2 of them.
2 of them, where the puck was sort of just sitting there on the goal line, and half the people in the barn thought it was in, half were sure it wasn't. And part of that sure it wasn't crew was the referee, so it was no goal.
Saying the obvious here, but obviously when you got 2 of those, you want to be 1 against each team. That way one team doesn't feel any more wrong than the other.
That's exactly right.
That was not the case in the last game.
No, they were both against the All-Star Aces of Canada. This one floated to the net, tipped on its way, and the save is made. Now here comes Boston, tipping this one ahead. Here's a shot from the left side, save is made, and the rebound is poked in. The puck just sitting there for a little bit, and eventually Boston taps it home. And they're on the board, 3-1, 10:16 to go in the middle frame. And that's the thing about this Boston Hockey Club, is that any sort of deficit does not scare them whatsoever. As a matter of fact, this morning, after the first period, they trailed 6-0 against the All-Star Aces. And in the second and third period, they outscored them 5-1. So they made it a close game, lost 7-5, but were able to manage a comeback. So now suddenly a 3-goal deficit doesn't feel too tall of a mountain to climb.
Time of the goal, 24 seconds of the second period. Sullivan assisted by Cutaway and Huxley at 4:44.
That looked pretty close to offsides, no call. There'll be a shot here, stopped by the goalie. 9:20 to go in the second period.
That, in fact, was offside.
Was it? Yeah, good look, yep. That's what I thought, but don't get called for offsides there, so maybe you could say that it is now even. 9:14 to go, second period, 3-1 in favor of Pro Hockey. And a man gets taken down. That'll be a penalty. And so Pro Hockey is going to head to the power play, tripping the call. No time wasted there by the official. 9:08 to go in the second.
It's time for a Pro Hockey power play.
Pro Hockey wins the faceoff to start their man advantage. Here's a quick shot looking to make the snipe there. There's Pro Hockey. It'll go Below the goal line to the corner, now to the left side. Here's a shot tipped and saved by Bibber. Rebound grabbed by Pro Hockey. Left circle. Now up high, this shot goes high. That shot by Ezechia. Now found by Boston and cleared by Boston, only to neutral ice. And here's Ezechia again, toe drag. Gets rid of a shot, but it's blocked. On the rebound, grabbing this puck and firing it. Oliver Tetrault. And the save is made by Bibber. 8:18 to go in the period. 1:10 to go in the penalty. Now the puck falls again, and Pro Hockey's got it. Pretty good looks on the power play so far. Quick turnaround shot.
There's another one of those sharp angle shots I was talking about.
And now a shot from right in close. They score. 1 minute 8 seconds into the power play, and it is a 4-1 game. Canada has the edge here in this cross-border rivalry matchup. Here's a pass ahead, partial breakaway for Boston. This shot taken by Sullivan goes wide of the cage. Nash Smook with credit for the goal. Sam points out his second of the tournament. Here's a one-time pass, and that shot just put wide. Sam Douglas couldn't bury that. Now at the slot, here's a shot by Holtzag, and then on the rebound they score. Boston wastes no time and makes it a 2-goal game once again. 7:11 to go here in the second. Now Pro Hockey looking to come ahead again. Here's a centering pass and a save made by Bibber. That'll draw a whistle. 6:58 to go in the second period.
Time to go 7 minutes, 49 seconds in the second period. Continental assist by Holtzman, 7:49 for Boston.
Of course, we will have that Zamboni intermission after the second period. Teams will head to their locker rooms, unlike what we did between the first and second.
They really put me to work here. Specifically, that's 4 goals and penalties combined in the last 3.5 minutes.
It's unbelievable.
That's pretty believable, actually. Knowing
Yeah.
the way these two teams play.
Oh, yeah.
These things come in bursts. I should also add that Pro Hockey, they scored 3 goals in about 2 minutes in that last game earlier today.
That looked close to offsides, but ruled good by the linesman. The shot will go on net. It's turned away, and now here comes Boston the other direction. Over the line, left wing side. Here's a shot attempt there by Will Horan, and that wouldn't go. Here comes Pro.
If you ask me, it looks like Boston's kind of demeanor right now is we're just going to keep playing our game that we know works. Boston 1-2 going into this, and remember, Pro is 2-1, so both teams have seen success and failure either yesterday or today.
We were just talking about it earlier in our broadcast. Boston Hockey Club went down 6-0 this morning, made it a 7-5 final, so they didn't come back to win, but they did make a serious effort to. And the puck squirts over the goal line. Was it after the whistle?
Looked like play had been called dead, whistled dead, before the puck was over. It's a bad mistake for a referee to make, but unfortunately it's irreversible.
And now there's a conversation taking place at the
I would have
bench.
expected more groaning from the team and fans.
And it goes below the goal line. This one will come to the near side. Here's a shot off the post. That one taken from the right circle, draws iron.
Correction to the Boston third goal, second goal after. Correction to Boston second goal. Quick goal scored to number 28, A.J. Hughes. Boston's second goal scored by Hughes, assisted by Holzlag at 7:49 of the second period.
So there you go, A.J. Hughes with the goal.
That was a parent that literally came up to us and said, hey, wait a sec. Now, of course, we got all of our data, or at least I get my data, from the official score here. So,
What'd you say, the second goal?
well, that was on the original goal score. Hughes had, well, it happens to be accurate. He also had one goal going into this game, so that'll make it his second. First of the game, though. Just so happened that it was the two guys that had the two first middle name initials.
Here's Wang. He shoots, and that one is stopped by the goaltender. .351 to go before we take a breather. Not just the kiddos down there, but us here in the broadcast booth. No intermission show for you, unfortunately.
Shots on goal. Well, we do have an intermission show. It's called Walter Zamboni Go Around the Ice.
There you go. There you
If
have
you
it.
find that entertainment, then good for you.
Hey, I can see that being, ASMR, a little relaxing thing to look at. What do they have? Baseball Zen on MLB TV?
Oh, I love that. Us human beings can be easily entertained by the weirdest things sometimes. Meanwhile, back onto this game, it's the Pro Hockey Organization 24 shots, Boston 12 for those keeping score. It's not being kept on the in-arena board, but they are being officially recorded.
See, that'd be different if you were in charge of the in-arena board, I'm sure.
Well, right now we've got double the goals and double the shots. Goes hand in hand with each other. 4-2 and 24-12. Fun fact, 4 of the 5 Stanley Cup final games, the losing team had more shots.
Yeah, you know what? I actually realized that. Now here's maybe a 2-on-1, maybe 3-on-1, but no stick. Here's a centering pass, and just couldn't get enough wood on that backhand try. Here's a slot shot, tipped, and no goal.
Penalty coming.
Trip behind the net, behind the goal line, and the whistle will sound. And with 2:09 to go in the second period, an opportunity on the power play once again.
It's time for the Pro Hockey Power Play.
So a big opportunity here for Pro Hockey to add to their lead. before the period expires. It'll, for all intents and purposes, the power play will last for the remainder of the period, minus 9 seconds. Luke Attard in there to take the face-off, and he wins it back. Left point. Here's Pro Hockey. Here's a steal, maybe, and just getting back to recover it was Esachia. Now right in front of the net, this shot attempt wouldn't go. Goalie dives out of position, and now back is Pro Hockey with possession. Here's Esachia. And this shot is stopped. 1:40 to go in period number 2. 4-2 in favor of Pro Hockey. Boston trailing, also shorthanded. Face off one, right point, shot tipped, and I think that got a piece of the post.
Still, the hand-eye coordination there is just astonishing.
We've seen multiple instances of that today. Some great deflection plays to put pucks on net, on shots from far out. I mean, you're talking about 12, 13-year-old kids in this tournament. It's an impressive thing to do. Now here comes Pro Hockey again, down at the goal line.
1 minute to play, the second period. 1 minute.
This one gets sent all the way down. Boston trying to do something shorthanded. Here comes Ontario. Over the line. What a move to get around a couple defenders. And that one just gets put wide. Now back up high to the point. Towards the net, tipped on its way. Save made. Puck was loose. And the referee blew the play dead, and that leads to some extracurriculars post whistle. Some of the fans not happy here about that call, but
I don't think we're going to see any penalties. Did you see a call, Dylan?
Not a penalty call. But you never know. Sometimes in scrums like that, they just sort of appear.
On, yeah.
So,
and that's going to be what's happening.
Looks like coincidentals. So we'll say 5-on-4.
Remaining 5-on-4, that is.
And now maybe an extra player in the penalty box for Boston. Talking to the referee right now, Boston's only got 3 skaters on the playing surface at this moment. And yeah, we're going to have a 2-man advantage here.
It's time for a Pro Hockey 5-on-3.
So a major opportunity for Pro Hockey to get one before this period expires.
Boston penalty for 16.
Up 2 men.
2-minute minor penalty for roughing. Excuse me, that's a Pro Hockey penalty. Exactly 2 minutes roughing.
And now it appears as though a 4th skater for Boston has snuck onto the ice. And I'm not quite sure what the actual call ended up being. We got 2 officials communicating right now.
The penalties as follows. Pro Hockey penalty number 16, Sawasaki at 2 minutes roughing. Boston penalty number 10, Stu Curry, 2 minutes roughing. Those penalties offset at 14:31. More information to come on the 3rd penalty at 14:31.
So the official's still working it out right now. And it looks like we've got ourselves a 5-on-4 as it appears at this current moment. And now some communication between the officials and the Boston bench. And now you see another penalty on the board, on the scoreboard here, that is. And 140 on that penalty. So yeah, it was supposed to be a 5-on-3 all along.
Yeah, they never added another penalty. It was that they should have had that second line up, but they never put it there.
All right, well, 6 seconds to go if they want to try and score. Here's a shot that gets tipped wide. Boston will clear it outside the zone, and there's the horn. So, after one period, it looked like Pro Hockey could have run away with this game, leading 2-0, but now following the second period, 2 goals for each side. It's anyone's game heading into the third, so the teams will head to the locker rooms and catch their breath, drink some water maybe, and so will we up here in the broadcast booth. The stream is not going anywhere, so keep it right here on YouTube, but we will mute our mics during the Zamboni intermission. Don't go anywhere, though. Third period action coming up in roughly 10 minutes' time. Welcome back to the broadcast, everybody. Dylan Ward with you alongside Sam Schwartz for the third period of this game between Pro Hockey and the Boston Hockey Club here at the Continental Clash in Mount Prospect, Illinois. Mount Prospect Ice Arena. We've got a USA versus Canada matchup here, as we do for all of the group stage games. Sam, it's been a pretty entertaining game so far. 2-0 lead after the first for the Canadian side, but then in the second period it was 2 goals for each team, so really nobody's out of this one.
I think the winner of this game will be the team that scores next. I know it sounds like an obvious statement, but the point I'm trying to make is that if Boston can get the first goal here and make it 4-3, they will end up the winners.
Okay, Sam, we'll keep that in our back pocket, and when someone scores, I will remind you about that prediction of yours, and we'll see if it pans out.
Well, I mean, the other way, that is if Pro scores and it's 5-2, they've got a very big chance of winning.
Oh, yeah, sure,
And then
sure.
suddenly I'm just stating the obvious.
But then if Boston scores, then suddenly you might get a little sweaty there.
Yes, sir.
We'll have to see. Don't forget, there's still a power play going on for Pro Hockey.
It's funny because the way this puck has moved along this freshly cut ice, it looks like it hasn't been cut much until that last icing right there. 35 on the power play. Seems like some of the people left are now in the bar or something.
Yeah, there is a restaurant here that overlooks the ice surface.
It is a nice addition, and that wasn't always the case on this rink.
No, it was not. The sort of porch that they have on the right side of the rink used to be exactly what they had on the left side, and they extended the restaurant.
Couple nice additions. I mean, the one on the left where the bar is now used to be what we treated as a broadcasting platform.
Yes.
They also added a clock, an auxiliary scoreboard on your left side. Used to only be able to see as I think the net is off.
Power play is over. 13:25 to go in the third period. 4-2 in favor of Pro Hockey. East Coast matchup here. Face-off win by Pro Hockey. Cuts to the slot.
There.
And then this will get cleared out.
Look at
And
him
look
go.
at the speed from Boston. Nice pass to a wide open man. And they couldn't do much with that. Now a slap shot from the left point will get tipped away from the net.
That's one where some elevation there, and it's right over the defender's stick.
Now the other way comes Pro. Over the blue line. Here's Douglas. Gets it to the center. And not much to do with it there, so it goes the other direction. Now here comes Boston with speed of their own. Over the line, left wing side to the slot. Here's a shot. Nice save, rebound. And did that stay out? My goodness. What a play there by Wesley Barker to dive on top of that one. Right circle face-off now. Puck is taken by Pro Hockey. Here comes Mashinter all alone and can't find the top right corner with that shot.
Both teams have plenty of speed, but the thing Pro has that Boston doesn't is stick handling.
Boston a little better at finding those odd man rushes relatively easily.
That is good defense. Stayed there and stuck with it.
And still sticking with it. Some of the fans here in the arena want the puck to be moved, and so it does get moved.
Well, the fans should always get what they want, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's why they tell the referee what they want.
That's a great way to put it, Dylan.
And now here's another partial look. One man goes down, another's got the puck. He takes a shot. Maybe, was that blocked by his own man?
You know, he was in a bit of dilemma there because he saw his player there, and with his fellow teammate kind of moving along the ice on the ground, he really couldn't get a hold of himself before he could stop. He knew he couldn't shoot it without hitting his own man. So you can either not shoot it at all, or you can shoot and know you're going to hit your own teammate.
They'll have another crack here. Tough angle shot. That's a goal. Found the short side and makes it 5-2. Unbelievable placement there. Had maybe an inch to work with and put the puck exactly where it needed to be. 5-2 with 11:03 to go in regulation time.
That's Ezekiel on the goal.
Sal Ezekiel will be his third goal of this tournament.
Unassisted at 3:57. Former Pro.
Now here comes Pro again. Quick shot and a save. That one off the stick of Van Horsen. Good look there. Boston running out of time if they want to close this gap. Now, Sam, with that goal, we'll get to that in a moment, his shot.
So Elite has a good chance. Not Elite, I don't know where that came from. Pro's got a good chance of winning.
Well, based on your prediction, now that they have scored the first goal of the period, your prediction is that Pro will win this game. And I got to tell you right now, I like those odds.
Well, that's about as obvious as saying that the team with more goals always wins.
Yep, that is true.
Which is also a fun stat. That happens 100% of the time.
Yeah, can you believe it's never once not happened that way? Unbelievable stuff.
Unless you want to count, I think it was a college game last year where a team had the overtime winner to advance on in the tournament. And then they called it back, and everyone who was already in the locker room is already to go back out onto the ice start again, and the other team scored.
Didn't they call that back, 30 minutes later? Something like that? They had the whole celebration. And
also, funny story, although it's about baseball, this was a 14U youth baseball tournament. And there was a walk-off home run to win the tournament, which is great. The teams have been battling. It was at both teams' 6th game in 4 days. And coming around third base, everybody's ready.
Here's another goal by Pro Hockey. It'll make it 6-2 with just under 9 minutes to go. I'm sure we'll hear the thrilling conclusion of that story shortly, Sam. For the time being, Pro Hockey comes out here in the third period and gets 2 quick ones. And now it is a huge mountain to climb for Boston.
Pro Hockey goal, his second of the tournament. Second of the game, 4th of the tournament. Scored by number 16, Sal Ezekiel.
So Ezekiel gets his second goal of this period. Sam Schwartz announcing on the mic right now.
6 minutes, 1 second of the third period. Ezekiel, second of the game, assisted by Lambert at 6:01 for Pro.
So Ezekiel coming out flying here in this third period.
1 goal away from running clock. That'd be back-to-back games for Pro. So basically the ending of the story was that coming around third, they just did a really cool thing. They're at home plate ready to mob him, as is normally done in baseball when a home run is hit, especially at the youth levels. Guy takes his helmet off And one of the umpires, who was about 70-something years old, and I say that because it's important that he's very traditional, calls him out for taking his helmet off, and that home run is erased into an out. The other team won it in extra innings.
You've got to be kidding me.
Now, it was a nice point of sportsmanship, and the other team actually ended up giving the trophy to the team that hit the walk-off home run.
Yeah, you got to do that.
Yeah. Both teams were like, why are we still playing? Meanwhile, a great save.
Couple of them. Back-to-back stops. 7:42 to go. Period 3. 6-2. Buck falls here, and a quick shot, and a goal. What a move right there. Ezekiel with the hat trick, and right off the face-off, he wasted no time diving ahead for that puck, and suddenly had a one-on-one with the goaltender. We had a hat trick in our last game. There were no hats thrown on the ice.
This one took less than 4 minutes, mind you. He had no goals going into this period.
That's also considered a natural hat trick.
Pro Hockey hat trick goal. His third of the game, fifth of the tournament. Scored by number 16, Sam Ezekiel.
And as Sam pointed out earlier in the broadcast, we do have a running clock situation right now with the 5-goal lead in the third period. This shot right off the face-off is stopped. So, Sam, the more and more that clock keeps ticking, the more and more I believe your prediction's going to be right.
I don't even think that's on the table anymore.
Well, once the clock starts to run, I mean, you know, I wonder.
That would have been a high stick
Yep.
warning had that gone in.
I wonder, Sam, how many times in youth hockey has there been a running clock initiated and then the team comes back to win the game?
Well, so it's interesting you should say that. I've never seen it. I know in the tournaments that I run, the rule I make, because this accounts for teams that are up by 5 don't always keep their best players out all the time.
Sure.
If it goes back down to 4, let's say it's 4-0, it becomes 5-0, and then 5-1.
Okay.
The clock continues to run.
Okay.
But once it becomes a 3-goal differential, the clock stops again.
Sure.
And then for it to run again, it's got to get to 5. So
Sure.
The running clock starts at 5 and stops at 3.
Yeah, I've seen a situation like that before.
Now, the interesting thing is that here in Illinois, in the Illinois High School Association, that governs all sports, and specifically football and basketball, when the clock starts, it doesn't stop no matter what. I believe basketball and football, it's 30 points. Basketball maybe 40 points. And it doesn't matter how close it gets. I think it would be really entertaining, especially in a football game, to get it within a field goal and...
Oh, so you're saying...
And you can't even spike the ball to stop the clock because the running clock rule has made the clock run, so you're down to 15 seconds. Now, it does stop on timeouts.
Sure.
But I don't think the referee's even allowed to say, yeah, I know this wasn't what the rule was intended for, stop the clock. They're not allowed to do that.
So you're saying that once the running clock's initiated, there's no going back.
That's correct. A couple tournaments have it that way. Here, I don't necessarily agree, but as far as I know, I've never seen any problems where that has actually been a scenario that's affected the outcome, the winner, and the loser. Also, one more note about that, and I know a lot of states do this for high school. In soccer, when the goal differential becomes 7, you can't do a running clock because it's soccer. And it's not professional where it counts up from 0. It counts down, and it stops on goals and cards and the official signal. But when it's a 7th goal, they just cut the time in half. So if it's after halftime. So if it's 6-0 or 7-0 at the half, what was a 40-minute half? They play 40, not 45. You just play 20. You only do that once, but it's the same concept of the time's been cut, you're never getting it back.
That's interesting. Sam Schwartz, my broadcast partner, with some good youth sports knowledge.
You need anything about running clocks, let me know.
Speaking of running clocks, that thing keeps ticking here. 3:12 to go in the third period. Pro Hockey on their way to their third win of this tournament.
I mean, hey, that pieces of data probably took off about 2 minutes of that, which at this point in a 5-goal game, I think is totally okay to do.
I think you might be right.
We can start looking ahead to the next game.
Here's Mashinter looking for more. He scores! What a snipe, top left corner, and Pro Hockey's got 8. And Sam, I can't help but notice that we picked the perfect time to go back to calling the play, right when the goal was scored.
It always turns out something like that.
2:25 on that running clock, 8-2, the score here in the Chicagoland area. Pro Hockey. Now this one forced out to neutral ice.
Pro Hockey goal. His second of the game fifth of the tournament. Scored by number 34, Clive Mashinter. Goal was unassisted. Time to go 12 minutes, 16 seconds of the third period.
That one hits the post on a rush by Pro Hockey. Now Boston looking to make something happen here. .120 to go in the third. Scoreboard here at the barn says 7-2. Okay, well, I've just been informed that by Sam Schwartz that they do not count past a 5-goal differential, which I didn't know. So thank you for letting me know.
1 minute to play, regulation. 1 minute.
Now Sam lets all of us know how much time is left in this one. Pro Hockey moves to 3-1. Boston goes to 1-3 here at this Continental Clash. Again, you can go online, go to the game sheet, check out the standings. Top 2 teams from the United States and top 2 teams from Canada will advance to the semifinals over the weekend. Still a lot of games left to be played, lots of room to improve your record. But this one right here, all but over. Just 15 more seconds. And by a score of 8-2, but according to the books, a 7-2 game. Pro Hockey will take it.
That'll do it for this one. Our final score this afternoon. Pro Hockey 7, Boston Hockey Club 2. Final shots on goal for Pro Hockey. Third period shots on goal 10 for a game total of 38 for Boston Hockey Club. 4 shots in the third period, a game total of 16. On behalf of WSBN and AAA SuperSeries tournament and the rest of the Continental Clash tournament staff, this is Sam Schwartz saying thanks for coming out. Good luck to both teams in the remainder of the tournament.
So Pro Hockey outscores them 4-0 here in this third period. All right, well, Sam Schwartz and I have one more game coming up behind the mic. Battery Hockey will go against the Montreal Elite Warriors. So make sure you keep it right here on YouTube and don't go anywhere for our last game of the evening. Now we will get the national anthem for Canada.
we got like 13 minutes. We have to do it again.
Not with one hand.